So, after getting my ass kicked by some Toyota Camrys, Cassandra and I had a nice long conversation. And the conversation basically went, you have to build Toyota Camrys. If you want to compete in Greg's Pro Shows and Thrill Show Pro Shows, you need to build a strong Toyota Camry. That is true. It is true. You know what? In all honesty, it's true. For me to compete in a welded show around Ontario, Southern Ontario, where I live, I need to get better at these Toyota Camrys. I've not had the best of luck with these cars. I ran a V6 last year in Rockton for my first one. 45 seconds and it went up in flames. It was electrical. The last Toyota Camry I tried building for SS Mini stopped running because of electrical. But I need to get better at them, and obviously the electrical is what is really screwing me. So what we have here is we have a second-gen mid-size Toyota Camry. So this is 97 to 2001, 96 to 2001. It does not have a distributor on it. It's got a coil packs. It's a little bit more computer than the older ones, but realistically, I've been having shit luck with any of these Toyota Camrys, so we're just going to have to figure out which ones work best for me, I guess. This one here, my brother drove all winter because he rode off his Audi on the highway and needed a car. This one had a valid e-test, so he took this thing for 6 months. He did blow a brake line and he returned it, and I think it needs a thermostat because it doesn't really run that good. But it still has stock gas tank in it. It's still got stock motor. It's just stripped. It's got dash and windshield. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the windshield and I'm going to remove the dash. And by doing that, what I'm going to do is basically make it so I can start moving the electrical. I'm going to leave the stock gas tank in it so I can periodically start the car here and there just to make sure that everything's okay with it. Because I've not had very good luck with these Camrys and the electrical, so I'm just going to take it real easy. I'm going to take it smart with the electrical. And I've heard stories about people cutting everything, but I know a guy that cut the harness and then extended every wire inside the harness about 12 inches and then just made little connections in the main harness, and his car ran fine. And then I know a guy that took out the headlights and the car stopped running because he took out the headlights. He had to plug the headlight bulbs back in. I know people that have pulled the blower motor and the cars have stopped running. These Toyota Camrys are not the same. What happens to one will act different to another. Now this one is a manual Toyota Camry, kind of going with the manual theme this year. I thought it was going to be a wagon year, but it turns out to be a manual year. Every car I've done this year, except for one, has been manual, inside the Derby ring. It kind of has its drawbacks and its advantages, but right now, the reason I'm choosing this car is because I can't sell it because it's manual. Not a lot of people will drive manual inside the Derby ring, but the wife also says I have to cut back on my selling of my Toyota Camry. She wants me to keep them so I can win, because basically everybody that watches my YouTube channels does want me to do great, and me doing random cars that nobody knows, and I did, like that HHR, I didn't know how it was going to do, so, you know, a third, and a third, well, a third in Mount Forest, almost a dead last in Liz Tool mini car, a third in Liz Tool and big car, and second last in Lakefield. Isn't that bad for an HHR, because nobody's ever done them before, so you don't know what they're going to do. But I'm just going to basically remove the windshield, remove the dash, and then start on the electrical. And I have plenty of videos how to do electrical on this one, but I'm just going to take my time a little bit more with this one. So first things first is the windshield. We're going to remove it every single way that we remove the old windshields. Take a hammer, smash a hole, go around with the Sawzall, remove the excess with an X-Acto knife, and then vacuum. What we're going to do now is we're going to go through and we're going to pull fuses. I want to start this car and I want to slowly pull these fuses to the point where this car either dies or it stays running. So let's start it up. Okay, found the keys. battery's dead. Let's boost it. Now let's move a little bit closer to this fuse panel. Okay, so most of this is in Japanese and I don't really understand it. So start headlights. I don't think we need that. Don't need that. EFI we need. Main engine we need. Horn we do not need. Fan we do not need. So headlights, we do not need that. Horn, don't need that. Other headlights. Do think we need that. Now 5 amp tel. I don't know what that is. AM2. Okay, so we need that fuse. Let's put that back in. Start her back up. CDS. I have no idea what that is. Don't need that. RDI. I don't know. Horn. Main engine, we need that. EFI, we need that. Let's try to get this fan out under there. Don't need that. STD. I don't know what that is. Ooh, that one's really hot. Whatever the fan is, I guess that one's... Okay, down here we got 3 spares. Let's take all those out so they don't confuse us. EFI. Okay, so we need the 30, the 15. CDS, number 2. I don't think we need that. HTR. I'm not sure what an HTR is. Doesn't look like we need that. Main. I'm going to believe that we need that. CBU. I guess we don't need that. I think that's something we don't need. Okay, so I guess one of these is fuel pump. So I'm going to take that one of these is fuel pump. I'm going to try the first one. I don't think it's the first one. Let's try the second one. The second one. Second one's fuel pump. Third one, fan. Don't need fans. Fan. HTR. Door. AC. Don't need none of that. Now this one looks like a big one. I'm not sure what it does, but I'm just going to leave that one. Okay, so I'm just going to pull this main and see if that turns it off. Oh, that doesn't turn it off. That's weird. So we have it down to a 15 amp EFI. So let's pull this start and see if that does anything. Okay, so I pulled this one. Let's see if she still turns off and starts. Okay, so that one is the relay for the starter. So that one does have to stay in until I rewire the starter. So until we hotwire the starter, we need this one, and this 5 amp one. So I'm going to mark those with a paint marker if I can find one. There. So everything that is marked green, I'm going to remove once I have my starter bypassed and I have my fuel tank added. So this one's fuel and these 3 are starter. So realistically, we got it down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 main fuses up here. So this is going to make the electrical much easier when we go to move it. So that's a win in my books. So that is so far this fuse panel condensed. And tomorrow we will take the fenders off and we will remove the dash and we will move all the wiring harness inside the car. So, she still runs and we're going to start building this Toyota Camry. I'm tired of getting my ass beat by them, so I got to learn how to build them, I guess. Take care, guys. See you back here tomorrow.